Yeah, this is Bang Bang Rail. Jonny Bindon, mate. He's a proper guy, mate. Alan Stanton works for Jonny Bindon. Not worked for him, they both had the club together. I think it was over in New Malden way, that way. And I remember going there, as I told you, and after that went to Jonny Bindon's Muse flat and stayed there a couple of days with him, got out of it, and Jonny Bindon's doing his party tricks and his things like that. And my father-in-law was telling me a story. There's a guy called Jimmy Ward, yeah? Jimmy Ward is the guy that I got my flat from, or one of my flats from. Jimmy Ward's the guy who set 3 geezers over to me to shoot me and give me 25 grand. There's a big paper thing about it. I've got a big paper about it. It was on YouTube, so a lot of people might have seen it. Anyway, he set these people over to kill me, but it didn't come to that, yeah? He became a super guy, squashed him up for the murder when they chopped, I think it was a police officer, chopped his head off in the car park, or a special branch guy, I'm not quite sure what it was, yeah? But they chopped his head off in the car park. Alan Stanton, Jonny Bindon's partner, Jimmy Ward, is with Alan Stanton's wife. And he got hold of his wife when Alan Stanton was in prison. Jonny Bindon is really pissed off about it because my father-in-law told me that Jimmy Ward had a flat in Battersea where me and my Danny, the girl I was with at the time, stayed down there. Over the common, it's Clapham Common, over the common, the back of Clapham Common, Bindon and Alan Stanton caught Jimmy Ward walking around there with his little dog. Walked up to Jimmy Ward, Jonny Bindon, stabbed Jimmy Ward 3 times in the stomach with a blade. Obviously so with a knife, yeah. But Jimmy Ward's a big fat guy with a big fat XL's angel with a beard, yeah. Big fat guy. So when he plunged him, it went in deep, yeah, but it didn't make that much damage to it, yeah. But obviously, so Jimmy Ward can't run. He just laid on the floor, screaming, and all the people come rushing over, and Alan Stanton and Jonny Bindon went. My father-in-law told me that Jimmy Ward, right, also grassed up Jonny Bindon about the stabbing. Alan Stanton was also grassed up about the stabbing. So it was a conspiracy. But what it was, Jimmy Ward was with Alan Stanton's ex-wife. So Jackie Stanton, right, she was on Jimmy Ward big time. You can't do that to my ex-old man. You're with me, Jim. You know what I mean? And it's out of order what he did. You got hold of me whilst my man was in prison, but you're with me. You can't do what you've done. So then he reversed it and says, no, it wasn't Jonny Bindon, it wasn't Alan Stanton, right? But I just got confused. I thought it was them because I'm with Alan Stanton's wife. Anyway, they dropped it. When my father-in-law told me about Jonny Bindon when he done that, me and Jonny Bindon fell out before over fights and bits and pieces, and Jonny Bindon hit me on the chin, knocking me out outside the Cornwallian, yeah? And other bits and pieces. Do you know what? I really liked Jonny Bindon for doing that, mate, because Jonny Bindon, showed his respect and loyalty to the guy that he worked with at the club in New Malden. Jonny Bindon might have been lots of things, yeah? He might have been a bit of a bully, but mate, he stood by Alan Stanton 100%. And Jimmy Ward must have known that he was in for a terrible, terrible time. That is why I think later on, Jimmy Ward come to kill his people come to kill me, yeah? His people come to kill me, but they shot my dog because they couldn't get hold of me, yeah? And shot my house up, my flat up in Kingston. So Jimmy Ward was a bit of a slag, and also he went QE on all the others. Jackie Stanton, she also got nicked because it was money and big money laundering charge as well. She got done for that as well. I believe she got off of it. Jimmy Ward became a supergrass, grassed everybody up. My father-in-law told me that he also tried to put Alan Stanton and Jonny Bindon back on the thing about stabbing him. Right? He said his life was threatened, and it was them that done it. But the old bill wouldn't stand for it. They squashed it, yeah, because now he knows he's going to go away for a long time, being involved with a murder. But I think it was a special branch guy's head off in a car park, right? Jimmy Ward then become supergrass because he got nicked for that, but he got nicked for something else and he grassed them all up for that. So the reason Jimmy Ward went grass and that, look, Alan Stanton and Jonny Bindon, because he knows he's going to get a bit of bird, and Jackie Ward's going to go back with Alan Stanton. So he tried to reverse it and say, no, he did do it, but I've been threatened for my life. That's why I pulled it away. I said, no, it wasn't them, but it was them, right? But Jonny Bindon and Alan Stanton, they got pulled in again, but just let go about it, you know what I mean? Because the way they come out of it, the solicitors think, no, there's no way he's trying to do this because of this and that and the other. So Jimmy Ward's a proper slag. Jonny Bindon, I know my father-in-law told me that about Jonny Bindon. And I knew a lot about Jonny Bindon, but I've got to say it, for what he did there, he was a proper guy, yeah. You know, he didn't, I mean, you know, he went, honestly, I think he went to kill him, you know what I mean? But he just stabbed him in the stomach three times, and Jimmy Ward's got great big scars where he's done him, yeah. But anyway, this is Bang Bang Roll, just a little story, yeah. There's a bigger one about Jimmy Ward, but who wants to hear about Jimmy Ward? All he becomes is a supergrass, you know what I mean? But anyway, this is Bang Bang Roll. Please press the like button and subscribe. Nice one.